Today we're gonna start kind of designing and drawing out the basics of our actual room that we designed last week. So first, once you're in the main page, you can click on create new design. All right, so we're gonna have this grid. For this grid, I'm gonna click edit grid and I'm gonna double check. Actually, yeah, honestly, y'all, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna go 400. Let's double this grid. I'm gonna make it bigger. So update grid, and now we have way more room to work with, which is awesome. If I ever get lost, I click on this home page, it'll take me back to this view. Remember, this cube lets us rotate. I can also use my mouse to rotate if I want. If I hold my two fingers down, I can rotate too. And I'm gonna go back here. Now, first things first, I'm gonna drop in a box and I'm gonna make this much bigger. Let's see, I'm gonna go with 200, no, let's go 150. 150 by 150, y'all. And if yours isn't exactly 150, but it's pretty close, right? It looks something like this, we'll be good. I'm gonna click on this button here. Notice how it's only 20, millimeters high. I'm gonna increase it up to 50. Okay, so I have my box. It's just one box right now. I'm gonna look at it from the side so I could see. I'm gonna click this button up here to duplicate. So now there's two boxes here. I'm gonna change one of the colors to yellow, and I want you to see, okay, there's two boxes there. Now, instead of making it yellow, I'm actually gonna click on a hole. So there's two boxes on top of each other. One's a hole, one's not. And I'm gonna bring it in ever so slightly. Bring it in there. I'm clicking on, here, I'll show you one more time. Clicking on this black box in the middle, and I'm bringing it in. Clicking on this black box in the middle, I'm bringing it in. I'm basically creating the walls here, y'all. I'm bringing this black box in, and then this one in here. All right, and I'm not getting very precise with it. If you want to, we can. Let's see, that's 139. I could try to bring this in just a little bit more if I wanted to. I can even type in here, you know what, we want 135. And then on this side, I'm gonna do the, on this side, I'm gonna click on this button and I'm gonna type in 135 over here too. Sweet. All right, y'all. So what I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna go ahead and lift this up a little bit. Just a tad bit. Actually, I'm gonna make it a little bigger. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and click on some random space, create this box here. I click, hold, and drag. I'm creating this box to select stuff. I'm gonna select both of my boxes, and then I'm gonna combine them. Here, I'm gonna actually undo that. I'm gonna do it one more time. And there we go. I'm gonna select and update. So now I have my walls here. I have my walls. Sweet. Now, if I'm looking at this from the top, I can still see this in 3D mode. If I click on this, y'all, it becomes a flat mode. Like if we're looking at it from a dollhouse, from a floor plan view, honestly. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add another box and I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna put it right in that corner. Right, so again, if I click on this button, it gives me this view and it makes it easier to look at from here. And look, I'm creating my carpet here. This is what my carpet is. I'm gonna change my carpet to, let's say, like a brownish carpet. I could say it's, or like a tan. I'm gonna say that's like my hardwood floor. All right, and now I'm gonna click on this again, and now I'm looking at it back like in this 3D mode. So what I'm gonna do next, My carpet's really high up. I'm going to bring it down to about 2. Okay. So I see this carpet. If I click on this, it's going to change it to 2D mode. If I click on this, it changes it back to 3D mode. So what I'm going to do next, I'm actually going to change my walls. I'm going to make them, let's see, what do we want to make them? Let's make them gray. Just keep it gray. I feel like red stands out a whole bunch. And then I'm going to select them like I did before. I'm going to group them. And notice how it made my carpet gray. If I click on this button, oops, sorry. If I click on this button and I click multicolor, it's going to bring it back to the color I had it before. So this is all one object now, but now it's 2 different colors, which is awesome, which is what I want. And y'all, I'm honestly going to probably, if I click on this lock button, I can't move this anymore. I can't mess with it. I can't move it. So if you ever need to lock something, click on that. For now, I'll keep it there. Next up, I'm going to make some doorways. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to look at this from the side. I'm putting this hole, whoops. I'm going to put this hole down. Actually, that's not working out for me. So I'm clicking this box that's a hole, and I'm going to put it right in the doorway. I'm going to mess with it a little bit. I'm going to make it a little, no, actually, yeah, make it a little bigger. Maybe, let's say 30 wide. And then I'm going to pick it up from, where's that dot? I think it's this one. Okay, you see how I click on this button, and now I can change the height. I'm going to pick it up to about, let's say, 35 or so. So let's look at it from the side. Look, I'm just making my door. I'm going to copy this. So I click duplicate and repeat. Now I'm going to move this thing with my keypad. I'm going to move it over. Let's put another door on the side. I'm going to put one more box. And I'm actually going to move this up using this cone. Move it up here. I'm going to keep it that size. Actually, you know what, y'all? I want to get fancy. I'm going to make this longer just so it looks like it's a really big window. I'm going to move this up just a little bit more. So basically what I'm creating here is 2 doors, y'all, or 2 openings, and then a window opening. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to select everything, creating this big box, and then I'm going to combine it clicking this. I'm going to group it. See if that works. Oh, it's not actually working here. Give me a sec. And sometimes that happens if you might not work out. So I'm going to try this one more time. Escape. I'm going to combine this again. Oh, I think I know what I need to do. I'm going to click on these openings, these doors a bit. And I'm actually going to do this. There it is. I'm going to pick these up just a bit. I think that's what happened. So I'm just raising my doors just a little bit. So I think that's why it's not. All right. You see how there's a little bit of space between the door and my carpet? I think that's what I want. So I'm going to try this again. I'm going to select everything. I'm going to combine it. There it is. That's what was happening. Sweet, y'all. So now I got my little room going. And I have a random box over here on the outskirts. I'm going to just delete that. Okay. Next step is let's make a couch. Yo, and if we want to make this bigger, we can. We could just open it up a little bit. I'm going to keep it this size though. So I'm going to let go and then I'm just going to click undo. All right. Next thing's next. We're going to put a little couch. And so if we look over here, there is some possible designs where we can put things in. If I click on feature collection, click on Osme, we see like we have some couches, but some of the size of these things, they're going to be too small. So we might have to make our own. So if it works for your room, you might be able to keep it in here. Let's see, I'm just double checking this, making sure it's good. Okay, that looks like that's in. There it is. All right, I'm zooming out here. I'm just checking, making sure it's the right size, and it looks like it is, y'all. I'm gonna use some of this stuff then. I can also create it from scratch, and I'll show you how to do that in just a bit. Like we'll add a couch on our own. So I'm just moving this around using my keypad. And if I ever want to just look at it from the top view or from the flat view, there it is. Now I can start moving this around. I'm going to put my chair right in the corner. Great. And I'm honestly going to start adding a couch that I made by myself. I'm going to make on my own. So I'm going to drag some of these. I'm going to make the couch on this side. I'm pretty sure there's no window on this side. Oh, the window's over here. Yeah, that works. Okay. So I'm going to click over here. I'm going to drag this box I just put down on the edge. So I'm going to make one of these couches where it's like this long lounge couch. So next I'm going to see what it looks like from the side. From this side. Okay. It's a little too tall. I'm going to make this a little smaller. All right. I'm going to click on this button again. Look at it from the top. What I'm going to do next, y'all, I'm going to copy and paste this a couple times. I can also click on this button and duplicate it and then move it. Either one works. So I'm just placing these down. Oh, look at that. Now that I moved it, it's duplicating it for myself. I'm going to put one more piece of this here. So now that I've created this long piece of couch. I need to make a headrest of some sort. So what I'm going to do is click on this button. I'm going to duplicate. Then I'm going to move slightly. I'm going to move it around. Next, I'm going to make this a little wider or a little taller, a little smaller in length. Then I'm going to put this on the edge. And again, it might be hard to see where on the edge I'm going to put it. So again, I'm going to look at the top and then click this button. Now it's flat. So I got one armrest on one side. I'm going to duplicate it and move it. Sorry, actually, I'm going to copy and paste it instead. So I copied and pasted it. I'm going to slide it over using my mouse. I'm going to put it on the other side. Oops. There it is. All right. So we're putting my couch there. I still need a backrest, right? So I'm going to try that one more time. By copying that box, moving it out of the way. What I'm going to do is pick it up. Actually, I'm just going to make it taller, y'all. I click on this button right here. I'm going to be able to make it taller. I'm going to make this a bit longer, and then I'm going to make it thinner. So I'm putting this on the back. This is going to be our backrest. It's kind of hard to see. So again, always use this button. This makes it to a flat view. If I then click on the top, like that, I can move this. And I'm just adjusting it to where it ends at the armrest. So there it is. There's my couch. Looks like I don't have much seating room, so I'm gonna actually make this part a little thinner, the backrest a little thinner. That's a pretty big couch, which is nice. Oops. So next thing's next. I'm gonna click on my house right now. I'm gonna lock it. I just don't want to mess with it. I'm then gonna select my here, give me a sec, y'all. I'm selecting all of my couch pieces. So what I can do, I can sometimes create this box, right? If I hold down, drag, and let go, I can select it. I can also just click on it, hold shift down, and keep clicking on all the pieces. That'll help me out. And now it's all selected. I can combine it now if I need to. What I'm going to do first though, if I click on the backrest, if I open this up, I'm going to click on radius here. And I'm going to type in, let's say 1. Notice how my couch is curving a little bit. I'm going to type in on the armrest. And I'm going to type in a radius of 1.5. Same thing for the other one. Just click on it, clicking on it, and then changing this up. And same thing for all these blocks. I'm going to actually hold down shift and select all of them. And oh, it's not going to let me do it all together. You know what? How about like we combine them by grouping them? I'm going to click on this. You know what? That didn't work. That's okay. So I'm going to select these one by one. I'm going to click on it. My radius is going to be 1 for the couches, or for the cushions, I should say. All right. So now it's a little more curved. It's adding some depth to it. So next, I'm going to go ahead and select them all by clicking on them and holding down shift. That's how I'm clicking on all of them. Then I'm combining them. So now they're all one single piece. Oh, I think this one didn't get selected. There it is. So now I'm just holding down shift, clicking on all of them, and then grouping them. This always helps us make them one item. Look at that. I got my couch. I got a couple windows. I got my chair over here. Let's see what other shapes we have. So again, you can make your own. You can try to use the featured collection ones, because they don't have a whole bunch of them. Like there's like a gaming system here. I think that's a gaming system. I'm gonna add it in here. Now I gotta rotate it, y'all. So if I need to rotate it, I gotta click on these 2 arrows. Oops, that's rotating it the wrong way. I want to just rotate it this way. There it is. Let's rotate it that way. Actually, I'm going to put it up against this wall. There it is. I'm going to move it over. And again, if I can't tell exactly where it's at, I'm going to click on this button, click on the top view. Now I can drag this exactly to the wall. Oh my goodness, sorry y'all. I'm going to drag this over and I'm going to put it in the corner. If only it lets me move it. Oh, use your handy dandy keypad. I can also move it. For some reason it's not letting me drag it with the mouse, but I'm using my keypad now and I can slide it over. There it is. Alright, so I'm going to click on this. I can see that oh, it looks like it's kind of blocking the doorway, so I'm going to have to move it a little bit. Gotta let people inside my room. There we go. Cool. There it is. We can walk in. We got my arcade.